Hey YouTube, this is The Art of Prepping. So I have various commenters on my channel from, I guess, supporters or, actually participants from Black Lives Matter. And they're saying some things that are obviously very incorrect, and they have no data points. They don't ever back up any of their reasoning. They don't have very good logic, and they create numbers out of thin air. So this is just one example of all the crap that they say that there is no difference, they say, between the crime stats between the black population and the white population, that they're very much, very similar, and it's complete bunk and a bunch of lies. You can go here to ucr.fbi.gov, the FBI site here, and you can see the latest crime stats from 2013. The U.S. Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Criminal Justice Information Services Division make up this particular website, and they're all combined in these stats. This is a nationwide stats. This is not just one city or town or state. Okay, so let's get into the meat of this. The total arrest for the year of 2013 of all arrests for white people was 6,214,197. Now, for black people, 2,549,655. And for the uneducated person that glances at that, they go, "Well, you see, you art of prepping, you idiot." It's very clear that it's not even half as many as whites. Well, I have to do, though, people, if you have a little bit more brain cells, you simply go to census.gov, another government site. And you'll see the population differences. Only 12.6% of the population is black compared to 72.4% of the population is white. Now, if you do simple math, white population, or the people who have Caucasian skin, or whatever the heck you want to call them, are about 5.74% larger in population size than the black, people who identify as black. When you adjust for the population size, blacks would commit 14,635,019 crimes compared to the same sample population of whites. And so this is more than double the crimes that black population commit than the white population. So you can see over here, the white population with W is 6,214,197 versus the same population size, if you adjust for the difference in population number, 14,635,019. So you can tell that it's way more than double the crime level than white population. If you actually do it the correct way and you go by numbers of how many people versus how many people. Okay, so population size makes a big difference. So the black communities in general here, you can see, make up a vast majority. I mean, above and ahead of anybody else per population. In fact, they probably, all the populations of all the different races combined don't even probably get close to what they commit in crimes. Okay, so the next thing was, so what this last thing is, without adjusting for population differences, the murder and manslaughter rates alone, if you single out just these, the horrendous ones, like the murder and manslaughter rates, they are actually still higher with blacks at 4,379 murders compared to the much larger white population at 3,999. So without even adjusting for the population of how small, the black minority is and the actual, the 12.6% of the population, even without even extrapolating and increasing that, they're still larger than the much larger white population. So it's like 12.6% of the population which are black are creating more than the 72.4% of the whites just in these horrendous murders and manslaughter. So if this doesn't tell you what, I don't know what it is. This is not a race baiting. This is not a hate video. This is simply clarifying to all these idiots out there with Black Lives Matter and all these crazy socialist, liberal, left-wing nutcases that think that Hillary Clinton is going to be the next savior and she's the best bet. Good God, help us all. And they had this misconception that they have nothing wrong with their communities and the black culture is just fine. It's just white people and this whole idea that, we have all this white privilege. And that's what's all the problem, right? Yeah, it's just a white privilege. Yeah, it's not about responsibility or stop murdering yourselves, because if you look even deeper, all this manslaughter and everything here from the black community, most of it is black on black. But they won't ever tell you that, though, because that's not a problem that they want to solve. No, because it's all about race baiting and division and dividing the country to have a race war and maybe even a civil war. So you can thank Obama the next time you see him and all your little representatives and all these little liberal preachers and all this crap that promote all this agenda to break down the culture and society of America and the way of life and our traditions that are wholesome, just because they have an agenda that is sickening and evil. And so I hope someone gets some real information, and people in these divisions that don't know any better start investigating where their numbers are coming from, because they're just basically they're just spilling out lies. And so I'm tired of liars, and I'm not going to be dealing with these people anymore. I have nothing much more to say to these people. It's just complete waste of time. They have no motivation to actually learn the truth. So with that, I hope everyone's well. You guys take care.